Alright, what's going on? Market just opened, we're live trading. Uh, with my Trade Zero account, so we got some actual money in there. You know the deal, we're gonna be looking for gapping craps. Come on, get off my lap. I already got 10%. 695 is gonna be high a day as of right now, risk. We're gonna still wait to see if it spikes up any. We're gonna try and delete this shit. Gonna be waiting at least 5 minutes out of the gate to make sure that the play develops and sets up. We're not gonna rush into it. And if I miss it, I miss it. It's first day back with live funds in the account. 695, so that'd be 70. I'll wait a couple minutes if I can get in at 670. I don't want it to blow past the 695 high a day too early. That's why I wait like 5-10 minutes. Give it a couple minutes to develop the chart pattern and see what other traders are thinking. Right here, see, we might bust through that 695. I didn't know it was going to give me that confirmation window, or I would have clicked it a little earlier. We'll put... let's do the math. High a day is 7 point... we'll give it a couple cents. Minus 6.83 times 264. So we'll do 0.32 times 150, 48. So we'll just add Just cancel that. Alright, let's see what happens. I wish I would have captured that 690 entry. Probably with 50 shares would have been better, but this first trade back, we'll see what's good. 32. Alright, so that's 32-cent risk plus the $4 and locates, or $2 it costs to locate by 100. Boom, we'll just leave it there. And if it crosses high a day, I guess I'll have to stop out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stuff's falling off my desk. I'd like to get a full position size. I only have 200 shares located because I didn't want to go 100% equity on a trade. I figured 50% would be risky enough. So if I was to get 200 shares at like $7 or so, that'd be like 1,400 bucks. I only got like 2,500 in the account, so I wanted to stay around halfway. So if I get a full position size around, what does it say? Why does it say it got a high of 744? That's just a misprint, I guess. Reset chart view, we'll do 3-minute candle. That's what we're looking like now. Now we're good. Should have brought my water in. I don't know why it's not giving me a take profit range or anything like that. I guess the trade zero integration doesn't have that. So let's do the math then. 0.32 times 3 minus 6.83. About a 587 is where we're looking to get out at then. For 3 to 1. So let's see if we can hit that. I'll put 75 shares out at 587 if we hit that relatively quickly. And then I'll just leave the other 25 shares on, and I'll leave like a stop loss as of right now around 685, so break even point, because that's like a decent little bounce zone right there, a resistance level that we've kind of been trending down from. So we'll see what happens. We'll put this to a 1-minute chart too. Yeah, because that double top 622. Okay, we'll get ready to potentially clock out. Just put that up there. I don't really need the tape. I can't make that any smaller. No. No, I'm trying to keep it out the way. I guess right there is out the way. Alright, I can probably try and hook up the face cam now that my iPhone was disactivated. It was dead. So let's, okay, that's working. Boom, boom. Alright. No, it fell. Alright, we're good. Keeps falling. It was just good. It was charging there the whole time, not falling. I need to get my tripod back. Alrighty, so 587 is the sweet spot right now. See if we can break below low a day. 618. Damn it. Oh my, this thing keeps falling. I guess it's a little better. Alright, it'd be nice if I'd probably add in this bounce area 100 shares and then risk off 683, but I don't want that to be the case where I have to stop out at like a 685. I don't know what the fuck that was real quick. Take me out of the game real quick. Oh, we got a buy signal now on the MACD. That ain't looking good with a 690 break-in, alright. Oh, I did get executed too. 7.15. I guess now we're going for it. Boom, buy 7.15. Just to give myself a little bit of leeway because I gotta actually hit the trade confirmation. So I don't want it to break 713 and then I hit 715 or the high of day 710. So I don't want to try and hit 715 cover after the 710 high breaks. What is that? And then it's in the 720s and I can't get out of it. So probably should even have it at 725 just to be safe. But that's I gotta fix the trade zero. See if I can get the trade confirmation tab to go away for trading view. Let's see, my position is 680 now, average size, so that'd be 30, so $60 risk off of 710. Yeah, I wish I had the manual, stop loss and profit taker uh, drawdown boxes. As of right now, I wish I could do that for Trade Zero. I might have to look into how to do that. Maybe I can't. But then I could go get my breakfast sandwich that's out on the counter. I don't want to walk away and this thing be either best case or worst case. We're down in the 580s or we're up in the 720s. I don't want to miss that while I'm getting a sandwich. So. Alrighty, let's keep going. It'd be nice if we could break 587 is what we're looking for, right? We're gonna just cover we're just gonna cover 100 there just in case it bounces back. I can kind of neutralize some losses, and if it does bounce all the way back, $60 is over my $50 trade loss limit, so that way I can lock in a little bit on the way down, and if it breaks down to 580, I might be missing out on some profit, but 40 cents, 100, it's only be like 40 bucks that I'm missing out on technically. Here's that, boom, boom, everything's looking good. Low a day is 618. I think this is a little bit of a risky ad, but this is also probably prime entry point, was when the stock hit up into the 690s. Could have risked around 20 cents if I grabbed all 200 shares up in the 690s. If I didn't have this beginning entry right here, I could have probably had a better average, had better risk reward potential. Let's see if we can break the low a day, and there we go. See what happens. I really want that breakfast sandwich. I should be safe to walk away now, but I'll say that and I'll have a fucking massive raging green candle pop me right out of my position. Let's see, how's the stream doing? Any views? How's everybody doing today? Right there, massive green candle. So we'll do, what's this new area right here? Like a 6.75. So that way it'll still be a profitable trade if I get stopped out. A little sleepy. I left work early last night. Got out at 1 o'clock in the morning instead of, usually I get out at 6 in the morning, have an hour commute, and then I would have been sleeping right now if that was the case. But I had some time off, so I figured I'd use it because I wanted to trade. So now I get paid to come home early, and it looks like this stock is going to be paying me as well. So we call it cheat code. Now low a day is 610. I wanted to get out at 616, so let's see if I can right there. Boom. 6.8. If we break low a day, I'll be looking to get out. The rest of them around 580, but I don't want to show the profit on screen because I don't know if I have any account details. When I click this arrow, I don't know if any account details are going to show up. So we will do this real quick. Alright, so it does show account details. And I probably shouldn't have covered any of my position. Probably should have just been patient and waited. Maybe the first 100 just to lock in and reduce exposure. But only looking at like $130 gain at this point. Well, we're just gonna try and get out the trade. Ugh. We'll cancel it real quick. Okay, so we're just gonna do that. We're gonna let it ride all day. We let the rest of the 50 ride. Because what was yesterday's close? 515. So we could potentially drop another 90 cents. So I'm gonna go grab my breakfast sandwich, and I will check back. Let's pause this. And I will, here, let's see. we'll just go like this. I got the camera off. We'll watch this. I'm gonna go get my breakfast sandwich. And there we go, we're hitting my price target right now. I could have clocked out around 200 bucks if I would have kept it all and sold it all now. Oh. Oh damn, back up to 6. Fuck, I should have clicked it out right there at 680. Or 580. I was just mesmerized by this candle right here. I didn't see all that movement. Damn it. Now it's probably gonna come back on me. Oh, and this is a stop limit anyway. No, no, no. I didn't mean to print screen nothing. Alright. I'm gonna get the breakfast sandwich now. I'll let it do its thing. Let's stop watching it. Let it perform. Put on a 5-minute chart. The 1-minute chart's just more attractive visually. Alright. I'll be back. I executed my position and cleared it out, got out of the trade. closer to it. Alright, what are we on? We're on voiceover. Okay, I'll just leave the camera off for a second. What the hell is Java open for over here? Just trying to do some update on me. Alright, so I got out of the trade. Let's, I'll go over to this. Alright, so I locked in a gain of $146.50. I brought my total position, or my total account value, over $50. So I would say, if we just recap this trade right now, if we just look at it, the initial entry, decent. Not the best, but decent. I got in at 9:34, so 4 to 5 minutes. I gave it some time. I saw that we dropped down to 649, 650, and we had a high a day of 710. So there was already that range, and we broke through this high right here that it set in the first morning. The first minute, 693. It broke through that, topped out at 710. We did a little bit of a double top, and then it started going down. So I got in my first shares at 683. So that was a decent entry. Only 100 shares. I was risking like 25, 30 bucks on the entire trade, and then it performed pretty decent for the time being. And here, let's we can throw this back on. It performed decent for the time being, and then it bounced back up, and it gave us probably the more ideal entry point, which would have been, I got in at 677. I wanted to confirm that it was dropping. It wasn't going to break high a day at that point. I didn't want to add 100 more shares on and then get stopped out and lose like $50 to $60 and double my loss. So I was actually waiting for more confirmation that it was going to break back down. So, but this ideally would have been the prime entry point. Instead of the beginning one, you would have waited until around 943 and caught the backside move in the 685 to 695 area. Would have been the prime entry point, risking off of like 715 for some slippage. That would have been ideal. And now I was looking to get out all of my shares around 580. That would have been a 3-to-1 risk reward on the trade from my 32-cent risk profile that I had on my initial 100 shares and then on the 200 combined, because my position size turned into 680. That's where I was at for average. I got out some shares right here, 631, so that was 50 cents above my targeted exit. So I lost on that end, I lost $50 of potential profit. Another 50 shares out at 615, missing an extra $50 of potential profit. So those were bad exits, bad covers right here. I was getting a little hesitant, thinking that it might have broke back up, but at that point I could have stopped out at 688 or as soon as this area broke, but that again wouldn't have been the trade. that I was trying to take, I was risking off a high a day. I was looking for more breakdown and confirmation, so I was getting a little spooked out. And I also didn't want to lose $60 if the trade broke all the way back and broke the high a day set right here. So I was looking to get out of my 100 shares just to reduce some risk profile on that end. The other 50 I shouldn't have got rid of. The 100 was reasonable. Maybe I could have got rid of 50 or 75 instead of 100 just to have more on the trade. I could have did the math better and risked around $50 instead of 60, so whatever that total share size was, I should have did that math. So should have did better calculations on my risk reduction cover right here. That's what we're going to call it, the risk reducer. So I should have calculated better, shouldn't have just took off half my position. That was a mistake I made. Another mistake right here was being impatient with this one. However, I did sort of capitalize on my prior mistake right here of being impatient and getting out at 6:15 because I did wait until 5:50 to get out. I gave it some more time. It broke through the 580s. I could have been a little bit more patient and gotten out at 5:28. So all in all, I left roughly. I'm satisfied with this 550 cover. If it goes down to $3.50, so be it. I should have had more shares on, and I would have been able to had I not gotten rid of this one right here, or if I didn't reduce as many shares, if I didn't cut my position in half completely. So things to learn on this is do some better risk reduction calculations on the initial cover to reduce risk. Lesson number 2 is try and be a little bit more patient. Let the play perform how it's intended. This one right here, this would be a lesson to learn. I would just say that was a good exit. I mean, if it goes down any lower, but I would say the entry was good. Second entry was good. First exit was decent, should have been less, maybe 50 shares off instead of 100. Second exit, no bueno. I made up for it on the third exit. So all in all, I had to rate this A, B, or C. C being just skated out of it, maybe break even. A being excellent. I would say this is probably like a B minus, or a B plus, a B or a B minus trade. I'm not going to give it a B plus. So either a B or B minus on the way I performed this. But yeah, $146.50 total gain. So all in all, not that bad. If you guys enjoy this live stream, please be sure to tune in tomorrow. And we're gonna try and get on a little bit earlier tomorrow. I was running late today, so like 9:15 roughly we'll start. Then we'll go through the morning watch list, and then we'll trade through the session. Friday as well, you can be there unless I get called in for overtime at my job. Working a shift of overtime nets me around $200 in my paycheck extra. So I mean, I'm just gonna take that guaranteed $200 so I can put it in my savings account, and I'm saving up for a house. So guaranteed 200 is better than potential 200 or a potential $20 to $50 loss, or even more. But we'll definitely be back in action tomorrow. I don't know how long though. Hopefully at least 9:30 to 10. But I do have an appointment tomorrow for my child. So that's at, oh no, that's actually in the afternoon. I keep thinking it's in the morning. So no, I'll be here. I'll be able to trade all day tomorrow. Okay, that's cool. Alrighty. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Be sure to check out the channel later tonight for the trade recap. We kind of just did it on the live stream, but I'm going to go through it and record a more thorough version. But hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'll catch you tomorrow.